Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Please.
Ramesh, we can hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining in on the webinar. We'll just take another 2-3 minutes to have our participants join in. Kindly support us till then. Thank you so much. We'll start in about 3 to 4 minutes max. Thank you. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me? Can I have a thumbs up from all of you, please? Thank you. I saw one thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Good evening again. Thanks everyone for joining us on this webinar today. My name is Ranjit. I'm the Director of Solutions Consulting Group at 3K Technologies. And we are a partner of Microsoft for the business application data and AI space. That's a quick introduction. And I also want to thank all of you for taking time on. Akash, can you move the slides, please? Yeah. So we are present here to look at how process automation happens in the Dynamics 365 F&O space. Now, the buzzword today in the industry is AI and automation. So what is possible? What can we do? And how can we do that is the whole agenda and whole objective of this webinar. We want to kind of leave you with some thoughts and understanding on how this automation can done for you and how we can support you on all of these aspects. Go to the next slide, please. Yeah. So a quick snapshot. I don't want to bore you too much. So we founded in 2002 in the US, California, and then we spread our wings across India, multiple offices across locations in North, South, West, and East. And we have offices across there. We started as an organization with about 50 plus engineers, but today we are 350 plus engineers, consultants globally across in the US and India. We are servicing more than 150 plus customers as we speak. And we are, like I mentioned, we are a solution partner for the business application data and AI space, and are also a gold partner in the office workplace kind of scenarios. Next slide, please. Right. Today, everybody that's in the IT space or in any vertical space today talks about how automation AI can transform the digital context, digital landscape today, right? So there are 5 aspects of that happen. So the the future of all this is primarily we are looking at AI and Copilot. So AI is the context, and Copilot is a tool that helps you look at automation. And of course, this talks about both personal productivity and the automation that can happen internally. Now, when we talk about applications, the most important integral aspect of it is when you look at automation across the digital landscape, we would have multiple applications. That could be legacy, that could be new age, that could be something that's already been owned. How do we look at integrating this seamlessly? This is where the Power Platform integration from Microsoft happens that can integrate across legacy applications, your Teams, Excel, Outlook, and even the legacy applications like I mentioned. So that's the second part of the integration part of it. And then everybody today is looking at cloud as a space and a storage medium, and also how that can be scaled and how secure that is, right? So cloud is something that's become the buzzword or the go-to thing for all your applications and data today. Now, when we talk about cloud and scalability, we also have to keep it in mind, and I'm sure all of you have this question in mind all the time. How does security and governance happen, right? So how can data control be there? How can complaints happen? How can we manage partners, vendors across the board? So that's another aspect. Now, when we talk about cloud automation and digital transformation, what are we trying to do basically here? We are trying to basically increase the user productivity, the business and the organization benefit. So user productivity is a key focus today for all organizations that look at a digital transformation and automation itself. Okay, over to the next slide, please. Right. So this is the Microsoft ecosystem. At the center, we have the data intelligence, which is primarily how businesses are functioning and operating today. And around that is what we see the various tools that Microsoft provides today for us to be able to automate that, right? From the human resources to marketing to finance to sales and all of these aspects that are there. So these tools and applications help you completely do a automation of your entire process and operations today, right? And at the bottom, what you see is the Power Platform, which basically helps you integrate all these applications, all your operations and various departments and vertical that you might have internally, and ensure that there is a seamless flow of information and operations across that, right? And at the bottom of all this is the Microsoft Copilot, which is basically the AI automation tool, which helps you kind of bring in productivity and user productivity at any point of time. Any questions so far? I hope I'm not rushed in too fast. So with that, I just want to thank you for your time again, and I would want to hand this over to our practice head or the AI automation head, Mr. Kumar Basatappa, who's going to be basically talking about how AI-driven finance automation can happen within the Microsoft 365 space and how the AI Copilot can help you automate your operations today. Basat, over to you.
Thank you, Rajit. Thank you for the brief about ecosystem of Microsoft and about cricket. And thank you all for joining this webinar and spending your time with us. So I just wanted to start with one of the a small story. Like when you go into a market to buy some product, any of your products, suppose I'll take mango. Okay. Now, you're getting mango for 300 rupees per kg, and you need to spend 2 hours time to travel and buy it and come back to home. Similarly, when you're getting the same mango with the same quality for 300 rupees and which is coming to your doorstep, so that will be very, very satisfactory, correct? Because here there are two component. One is time and money. Okay. So this particular uh, deal, when it is coming to door with a lesser price, of course it will give a satisfactory for any of the human being, correct? When it comes to business, the business also will have a similar expectation. So the similar and very basic expectation of any business is to have a productivity with I can't say a lesser time or money, it's a reasonable time and money. Okay. So if you are getting things done with a lesser cost and with a lesser time, that's what makes a better profitability. So that's the productivity. That's how the every business expect. Okay. So with this, I would like to introduce myself, Kumar Basetappa, as Ranjit has introduced initially. I'm working as a solution architect for the automation and AI initiative in 3KT. Today, I'm just going to take you people through how this time and money productivity concept can be achieved through an automation in our business process using the applications in a combined manner. Okay. So I'm just quickly taking this. I want to brief like what are the different automation verticals we have. As Ranjit has given brief about Power Platform, so we can see here that is also one of the vertical where I can automate. We can automate our business process, and we do have a native features in D365 application, which will help business to automate possible processes and process can be quickly monitored in a controlled manner in a lesser time. So with these two, we are also going to discuss about how Copilot features and AI agents can be utilized within the business applications to monitor and control the business process with a lesser time and less cost. Okay. So I would like to take these things in parallel with the demo here. So initially, I'm going to start with the application, whatever native feature we are having in finance and operations. And let me just take you through the system. So within the standard feature, we have something called business process automation. So this business process automation will have a flexibility where I can define, I do an automation for a process of the business, and the process will take care of all the actions on regular basis. For example, if I go to the process automation, I will take one of the example, like we have created one of the automation for this environment. Okay. Of the month. So business may have multiple cycles of payments to vendor in a month. Okay. Now I'm just created one of the process which I defined and I automated it. And here you can see the frequency, how it is going to happen. So if I click on the accuracy, now this is how we have fixed it. Okay. So on based on the frequency we have defined, the process will auto run. And what business automation we have done here is the payment. Okay. We have defined the payment proposal. If I go to the proposal here, so I'm going to define the due dates. So whichever invoices are getting due within 5 days on the date when I run this batch, include those invoices and prepare a payment journal with an offset account of bank account. So I given the bank account. So every month fifth, if I define every month fifth, on the defined time schedule, it will run a batch and it will create a payment journal, and the payment department can just quickly go through, validate it, and on approvals, they can post the journals. Okay. So this will reduce most of our time, because if I want to do manually, I need to generate aging report of the vendor. I need to bring whichever invoice are getting due in next 5 days. That's the second filter. Then those invoices I need to select manually on the journal and settle manually on the journal. I need to define the bank account on the offsite. Then I need to define the payment references. Then I need to process for the approval. So till approval, all these actions are done automatically. Now what the user has to do is just to go validate and approve. So the human intervention happening at the time of approval, not at the time of creation. In another way, it is completely deprecating your data entry and analytics. Analytics is what, which invoice has to be paid. Okay. So these two activities are happening automatically through the process automation. So this is one of the example what we have taken. Similarly, we can do cash flow calculation automation. We have customer nettings, correct? So those nettings also we can automate, and we can put the frequency and bridging payment also. Suppose there is any post-dated checks and all, those bridging payments can also be made automated. There is no restrictions. So here we can see what and all processes we can automate. So all these processes can be taken and we can automate. Okay. So this is one of the native feature example we have just taken here. Similarly, we have multiple standard automation features available within the native features of F&O. And the second is we have something called business events. Okay. This business event is basically automated using Power Platform. Now here I can see each and every business events available out of the box. We can even create business events. For example, if I want to take the purchase side, so these are the business event happen when it comes to procurement and sourcing on the requisition side. So for example, here I have order received. Okay. On order received, there will be certain activities performed in the business process. By taking this as a trigger, we can create using flow, we can automate the workflow, and the complete actions will be taken automatically, and it will bring at the end for the final approval of the process. Okay. So these are some of the features which are available within the native features of F&O. Okay. So we have covered this, and we just mentioned how combination of native feature with Power Platform, that is business event and workflow design through Power Platform, we can automate the business process. Okay. Now we are moving to Copilot features and AI. So there are three types of agents. One is generative AI, then AI agent, and agentic AI. I just want to give a brief how these three things works and when it can be used. Generative AI is something where it will generate an information as per the questions what an user is asking. These kind of agents really helpful when it comes to customer facing services. Okay. A customer requires certain information. He want to see his products and all. So he has queries on the product. All those things can be managed through the generative AI. And further, suppose the customer is inquiring and he is asking the question. That's the generative AI, correct? Now, customer decides to buy one product during that chart. Okay. Then he will ask, can you please share the code? Now, a generative AI transfer this, do an action, and it will create a quotation. That's what we call as an agent, AI agent. Okay. So generative AI is for just assume you are discussing a person, he's just giving an information, but he is not giving any quotation or he is not making any decisions. Similarly, so you got the information from Gen AI. Now, using that information, the AI agent will help providing the quotation as per your request, okay, and taking your confirmation of the quotation. So it means with with the information, it will do a certain action. Okay. Agentic AI is something, there is no human intervention here. So the complete process is managed through the agent itself. Okay. Suppose agent will find some contacts and it will get that contact. It will try contacting the contact and it communicates with the contact. Then it sends the quotation, and finally, the quotation is converted to order. So that's what the agentic AI. So there'll be no human involved in this. So these three type of agents, what we can find in the AI era. Okay. Now, I just want to take a quick uh, walkthrough on the system. What are like currently whatever AI features available within finance and operation. Also, we'll discuss. We also have built certain agents which will help the business to achieve their processes with less errors and the proper control. So, for example, now I have a customer collection side. Okay. Now, to do one communication with the customer, a user has to log into system. He need to take the statement of the customer, and also he need to verify whether is there any invoice made partial settlement, or is there any invoice fully not settled. Those analysis he has to do. Finally, he has to prepare a final statement of what needs to be collected from the customer, and then he has to write a mail, attach the statement, then share to customer. Correct. This complete actions, activities, what is happening in this particular process requires minimum of 1 or 1.5 hour time for one customer, correct? Now, using Copilot, we will see how quickly this action can be done. Okay. Now I'm going into credit and collection workspace. So here we have AI agent. So now I'm just going to select a customer and I want to view the customer details. So once I do this, we can see here the generation. This is called generative AI. Okay, it is generating an information saying Tilespin Toys India Limited has been sent one invoice, and their total outstanding is 247, and their last payment was received on this date. So it has given total summary immediately. And on the sidecar, you can see what are the invoices we have shared with the customer and what are the payments we have received. And in the back end of this sidecar, there is a settlement also available. Now I have all these details. I just need to click on create reminder mail. So this is called agentic AI agent. When I do this, agent will do an action. So it will ask, it's an AI generated content. So please see the accurate and appropriate before using it. Okay. So I'm marking as yes. So with the 2 clicks, this has made my job done, correct? So I have not spent more than 15 or 20 seconds here. First button, I generated the details of customer. Next, I asked agent to create a communication. So it has created a communication. So it has given the complete mail, whatever is generated is through AI only. We have not typed a single word. Okay. We just need to click on send button. Of course, the two will come automatically when customer mail ID is linked with the customer. Then we just need to send button. So the communication will be sent. Okay. So this is how 1 or 1.5 hour activity we are able to do in seconds. That's how this particular feature is helping an organization to efficiently communicate with the customer without any errors again. So the data, whatever is coming is purely from the database of this particular customer. So there will be no option or chances of errors in this particular communication. Okay. This is one of the agent. Now we have something called agentic AI experience. Now, if I come to agents, so here you can see there are multiple agents we kept active. So one is of send follow-up mails to vendor, and second is when you receive a mail from a vendor for any changes on the PO. Okay. For example, I have shared a purchase order to vendor, and after that, vendor has identified he is not able to sell 30 units because he will not sell in the loose, but he is ready to sell for 50. So he may call you or he may message you or he may send a mail. Okay. So when that happens, then the respective procurement manager has to inform to the purchase team. The purchase team person has to go into that purchase order. He has to edit the purchase order, and he has to share for the approval again, get it approved. Then he will reshare to the vendor. Correct. Of course, this will take again 30 minutes to 1 hour time when all are available. Suppose if some of the approval authority or your coordinator is not available, then it may take 1 day time also. But here the similar activity when we are using agentic AI, whenever a mail received, I'm taking an example of mail now. We can also make it as a SharePoint or any other platforms. Let me just quickly change my company. So whenever mail received, based on the mail ID attached with the vendor and purchase order references, agent will auto identify without any manual interventions of human being. Okay, agent will trigger that mail or communication, and it goes to that respective purchase order. Now here you can see change detected. Okay, so this is the header level. Under the line you can see what is the change detected. It is highlighted. So we initially requested for 30. Now vendor is telling I can supply only 50 quantity, not 30. Correct. Now what I need to do all, I just need to review this and apply suggestions. Once I do this, there are two options again available. Whether you want me to take the approval again, or else if the approver person is doing this, applying this suggestion, then I can even define to agent, once I apply suggestion, do the changes, confirm the PO and send back to vendor. So my data is ready once I receive the mail, and I'm just spending 10 seconds or 20 seconds to review it, and spending 1 to 2 seconds to click this button. That's it. So once I do this, the agent will do corrections in PO, it will confirm and it will send back to the vendor. So these are certain just examples which I have considered in the agents what and how quickly we can perform the business process activities. Correct. So that's how it is. Okay. Now apart from this, we too developed certain agents here and we delivered also. One is of our main account creation agent, main account coordination agent. So in the organization, of course, when there is only one company, it's not that difficult. But when there are multiple companies, multiple country they are operating, so standardized and shared chart of accounts and controlled manner it is maintained. Then creation of main account is one of the challenging. Some main accounts may require to some country specification. Suppose if you come to India, for GST we need specific accounts which are not required in US, correct? So those kind of things are kind of challenging when a new account needs to be created for operational purpose, correct? So basically, when a requester request for a main account, there are multiple actions involved, activities, correct? First, he will give the information. I need expenses type of main account to book so and so expenses. Okay, this is the request. So this information is going to give. The coordinator will take it, then the next step, he will go to the chart of accounts and he will do the validation whether those what is the last used main account in the expenses section of my chart of account. Okay. Then he will identify, okay, this is my available account. Then he will go to the approver and he will ask, sir, we need one account to be created. This is the account available. Then the approver will have two options. Either he can approve it or you can suggest different similar account to be used instead of creating a new account. Right? So this whole process takes again 2 to 3 hours when all are available, all stakeholders are available. Okay. In case not available, it may go for 1 day or 2 days also. Okay. Now this whatever process we discussed, the agent we have created, the requester just chat with the chatbot and it will collect what is the nature of account, what type of account you are going to expenses you are going to book in this account. It will do a validation in the COA. It will identify available account and then it will share the communication to the approver. Even the approver may not be required to log into application. The notification goes on either Teams, WhatsApp, and mail. Any of the channel we can use. And the approver can approve or suggest a different account on the same chart or the mail or the WhatsApp. Okay, once he will do that, suppose he has approves, the main account is created and it is communicated back to the user like your account has been created and active. If he suggests a different account, the main account creation is rejected. Instead, you are suggested to use the specific main account for booking your so and so expenses. Okay. This complete chatbot makes this automation, and in this case, the creation can be done within a 15 minutes, I can say. Actually, agent process happens in seconds, but approval decision making takes time, but it saves the time of coordination. Okay. The person who is validating, then coordinating with the approver, coming back and coordinating with user, this complete time is going to save. If I compare that coordination time, it is not like, 10 second, I can say 10 to 50, 20 seconds, this will happen, which basically takes 1 to 2 hours when we do manual. Okay. So this is one of the agent we delivered. So we also delivered one of the support ticket coordination agent. This is very important nowadays. Customer communications and customer feedbacks plays major role, and which also one of the elements which contributes to our goodwill. Okay. So in this chatbot, so the user will ask like he has an issue, then chatbot will take that issue and it will go and notify. It will create an incident and it will notify to a respective manager for the next actions. Also, it will also provide kind of updates on your current ticket status, and it will also provide you any quick solutions which can be provided without connecting to a manager. So that's how we have delivered this particular agent. I just want to quickly take this here. So we have, I'll take how it basically works. So this is the agent I'm going to chart now. Now it is asking me, hi Kumar Basitapa, good afternoon. How can I help you? And I would like to create support ticket or request. So here it is responding, sure, I can help you create new support case. Can you please give the title of issue? For example, I need to change my slot of my current appointment. I'm just taking an example of a service side. Okay. Now here it will ask the brief. I will say I took appointment tomorrow. Need to take the Saturday. Then it's asking what the priority, whether you really required or is there any option. I'm mentioning it as high. So once I do this, immediately it will create an incident and it will report to a respective coordinator or the supervisor who is taking care of this particular classification. Here you can see it has replied me. Thank you for sharing the issue. The case has been logged and this is your case ID. Our team is reviewing and it will hit and we will keep you posted on the progress and resolution. This support ticket can be used with any of the tool, not only with Fendo. I can say it may be like most of the side when it comes to hospitals, correct? There will be uh, doctor rosters available and different branches available. All these activities can be managed by this agent, where currently there may be five, six people are sitting and attending the call to the patients, for example. In that case, only one agent can handle multiple, even thousand user charts with the agent. Only one agent can coordinate and it will conclude the session. It means if he is waiting for a slot with a specific branch, all those options it will provide, and it will book the appointment and it will block the slot. I'm just taking an example of this hospital. This support ticket can be with any of the business, correct? Maybe of some product or some project related issues, some application related issue, any type of issues can be managed by support ticket agent. So this is how we have delivered, and this is how we can automate our business with the and achieve a productivity with a lesser time and cost. Okay. Now, coming to us as a 3KT, why 3KT? So what is that 3KT expertised in automating and AI? Automating and AI is not just automating the process. Instead, we always prefer process first. So the business process are very important. No business process should be impacted, or there may be any situation where business has to kind of adjust for any uncomfort process conflicts, correct? So our first objective is to process first. We will see what are the process where we can automate, what is the outcome. So that's where we are. Second, very important is cost optimization. Of course, all of you may not be from the knowing about all this platform. I just want to give brief. So we can develop our agents either using Copilot Studio or Azure OpenAI. Those are the platform. I can use Agent Flow. I can use Power Automate. I can use MCP. That's one of the protocol server, or I can use Common Dataverse or OData. Correct. Every of this tool and every platform is has its own costings. Okay, the license cost and activity cost are different. The complex scenarios of business process automations, of course, requires Azure OpenAI and MCP kind of thing, which is more costlier than Copilot Studio and Dataverse, which is basically used for non-complex scenario. Okay, what we do in 3KT, we always do a mix approach. Similarly, what we mentioned in the initial stage, using native feature with Power Automate, correct? So Power Automate with native feature, which will help us in achieving the things with lesser cost. Similarly, in the AI segment also, we will go through the business process. We design the agentic flows, considering wherever I need complex tool can be used, where I can reduce the complex tool and manage within the non-complex tools. That's the strategy we use. And the outcome of this, we always ended with very less cost compared to when I use the complex tools and platform. So the cost optimization, one of the thing where we always think as a second uh, objective when it comes to an automation specific to into AI and agents. Okay. Third is zero conflicts in the system process. There are certain automations we have found there are certain amount of automations provided which started impacting the slowness of the system. It is taking more time. Sometimes timeout errors are coming. No, we have a proper quality team where we'll deliver the things with zero conflicts and errors in the process. So it means we not only optimize the cost, we optimize the architecture where the related tables are not impacted and it not create any conflict during the process. This is how 3KT we do agentic deliverables. And as I mentioned in the initial, we always go with the combination of feature approach, similar to in the even before the agent also we used to do an automation using Power Platform and business application. There we are having strategy of mixing multiple combinations. Even in the agentic era also, we are going with the same process. Okay. And one more, just a quick business case I will give. We all know the bank reconciliation. The manual reconciliation, which we need to take the bank statement manually, enter everything manually, match the thing manually, and post. And F&O out of the box, there is a semi-automated process where I can import the statement, then matching, reconciliation, and posting happens automatically. Correct. On top of it, we can fully automate this process when I mix my F&O semi-automated plus Power Automate feature. When the mail comes to your mailbox, the Power Automate triggers it and brings to one of the staging folder. It is imported to bank statement. So here zero manual entry. So the human intervention in this process is zero, and he can just needs to go finally and validate and post. So this is all about what we are having in today's webinar, like how we can automate, what are the benefit 3KT always provides to an organization. One is the time, second is the money and productivity. So the objective of automation is these three. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Basit.
Yeah.
Kumar Basit, thank you for this very interesting presentation, and also, highlighting on the fact that how 3K Technologies as an organization and a partner for all our customers can make a difference in terms of how automation can be achieved and how this can actually help organization build their automation journey. Having said that, wanted to kind of, I think it's been the participants have been very patient so far. Now, just wanted to kind of, ask any of you if you have any questions at this point of time that we could answer. Please go ahead and unmute your mic and ask questions. Thank you. Are all any questions? Okay.
Please raise your hands so that we will unmute your mic. By default, the mics, everyone's mics are muted. If
Can you,
anyone having any questions,
Akash, can we unmute all the mics so that they can speak if necessary, please? Thank you.
yes.
Ranjit, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you want the participants to reach you in terms of what is the process you follow in terms of making the same process done, and they can see it kind of situation? How can you create? I mean, what is
Sure.
that you can do?
Yeah, thank you so much for the question, Karthik. So basically, see, my credentials are available on the presentation for everybody to see. So what we can do is, one is we will actually, after the webinar, tomorrow send out a quick mail with the recording of the, the webinar and details. And if there are any questions, we can connect on one-on-one on a team meeting or an invite, and or you could send us an email with very specific question that that you have in terms of how AI automation can be achieved in your current organization, and we can take it from there. But feel my credentials, like I said, are available here. Feel free to email us, call us, or write to us, and we can have a one-on-one connect, and we can showcase how this automation can be done for each of our organizations. So before that, we will try and understand what your current scenario is, and then we take it from there. Did somebody have a question, please? Hello? Did somebody have a question? Let somebody speak. Okay. So yeah, that's how we would want to kind of take this forward.
Ranjit, we have one question. Just
Yeah.
Anand drop a message in chat box.
Can you speak up? Who's that person, please?
Anand Dubey, just drop a message in chat box that sir, this AI agent working only Microsoft application or other application also? We are using
That's it.
SAP B1 system.
That's it.
Let me answer this. Yeah, it
Sure,
can
sure.
work on SAP
Yeah.
B1 also.
No,
So
it's
if you-
not just, okay, so you would like to continue.
the important aspect is like if we can get on a call and understand what process we are talking about, whether it may be SAP or Oracle or any other third-party system. I think like we can work on the way to create agents for the respective system. So it's not limited to only D365.
Thanks, Anand. Thanks for the question, Anand. Anyone else? Any questions, please?
See, Ranjit, like this, seeing is believing is always correct, and
Yeah.
now it is we have gone one step above. It is feeling is believing, right?
Yes.
So possibly
Yes.
the D365 customers who are here, possibly they can request you, possibly a small process we can take, or like a small functionalities like we can take,
Yeah.
and ensuring that like this is what the way it can be done, or this can be possible. This is possible across the processes.
Yes.
However, this is a kind of example. So those things
Yeah.
are also possible. I think you should look at what kind of invitations coming, and then let us see
Sure.
how we can help them to improve their process and participate in their business growth.
Sure, Karthik. I think, Karthik, you rightly pointed out the proof is in the pudding. So we would be happy to kind of look at your current process. We'll take one possible scenario or a use case. We can automate that for you and showcase. Now, once you look at that use case and the how the automation works and the AI agent works, you will be able to understand the kind of automation that it could bring in terms of the time and effort saving. Of course, the seamless operations of an efficiency that brings along with it. So please feel free to write to us or call us or reach out to us. We can take one example like Karthik suggested, and we can showcase that to you. And like he mentioned, today it's all about feeling and also seeing how that is working in your current organization. I mean, we could speak all the time, but if that can be felt and understood and seen in your internal environment, that would be exactly what would be the best scenario. So please do reach out to me. We will also reach out to you with an email with the recording and all of that, and we will also probably will call you right after that and let us know how we can work together. Any questions, please? Right. So we don't want to hold you anymore. Thank you so much for your time, and please feel free to reach out to us. And have a good evening. And thank you all for joining. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you all.